on the streets. You gotta listen to peace on the streets.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mimi from Peace on the Streets radio show. Every Wednesday, tune in 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, the R&B Quiet Storm. Guys, we have a legend in the building tonight. It's such a pleasure, Mr. Will Covington. He has such a long record. I really want you guys to understand exactly what he does. Mr. Will, thank you so much for being with us.
You're quite welcome, and it's a pleasure, and I really appreciate you inviting me.
Of course.
Okay.
You have a legacy, I think. And with everything that you accomplished, you started back in 1965.
1965, I was a drummer for the Ink Spots. If anybody that, well, you probably have to be my age to remember who they were, but they were very famous entertainers, and they were along with the Platters, the Mills Brothers, you know, they was in that category.
And this is musicians, of course.
They were singers, that was a group, a singing group, but I was one of the musicians.
Oh, you were one of the musicians?
Yeah. At 15.
What? So you started off as a musician?
I started off as a musician. Yeah.
And so how long have you been actually performing and been a musician for?
50 years.
Wow. So not only do you have a label, you know.
I have two.
You have two.
Yes.
You were a musician. I actually didn't know that, Mr. Will.
Why you didn't ask me?
I don't know.
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what actually got you to start? How were you founded? How did you find the group?
Well, the group found me. I didn't find them. But what happened, let me give you a little history of what we used to do. Being raised up in Miami, there was a lot of great musicians there and a lot of great drummers. And we used to have a drum competition. And that drum competition, we would do, you know, we would have drum battles in my front yard.
Wow.
You know, and what happened is, all the best drummers for the different high schools would come, and we'll have a competition. And but from that competition, what we would do, we'll just see who's gonna be the first one to make it professionally. But let me tell you something, every one of those drummers played with major groups.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because Robert played with Case and the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
I had a group they called Peach, you know, but they were very famous back in the 70s. And one of the drummers that was there, William, we call him Bonehead, but William Frazier, yeah. William Frazier, he was one of them. Robert Johnson played with the Case and the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
He was their original drummer that did all those songs that you hear. That was Robert playing them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And but anyway, a friend of mine, a friend of the family, Frankie Say, him and his brother, they heard about us and how we had the competition in the front yard, and they came over, and by me knowing their younger brother, which was named Harold, they told me, he said, well, okay, well, you know, why you want to go work with my brothers and all them, you know, see about playing with them. You know, I said, man, shoot, you know, I can't do that. You know, I'm not that good, I was thinking. Mm-hmm. But they say, no, go ahead and try it out. Because Harold was a great drummer too, and still is a good drummer to this day. And so I said, okay, what I do is I tried, and let me tell you something, they took me under their wings, and they took me on the road with them, and I learned, I played, and I worked. During the summer, I could only play. That was the only time I could play with them, because my mom said, "No, brother, you're gonna get your education."
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So you couldn't travel as much because you were 15?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I did some traveling now.
Wow.
But it was during the summer.
Got it.
It was during the summer, and so after then, when I got to be 19, I had my own ideas about what I want to do. Well, what I wanted to do was start a record label, start my own record label at 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't. I tried it, but I had made some good money. So between the age of 15 and 19, I had some good money.
That's amazing.
But I lost it all, because guess what? I didn't know anything about the business. So what I did, I ended up trying to put a record label together, and by me not knowing the business, people took my money. You know, I lost it. But in 1972, I got my first record deal.
Wow.
Yeah, in 1972, I got my first record deal. I can go back to 1970 when I was at the University of Miami. I helped start the record label that they have called Kane Records, and it's still viable. You know, it's still really
It's still going
live.
on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was called Kane Records. So that was one of the things that I don't talk too much about it, but that happened too.
So you started a movement in Miami, pretty much.
Well, yeah, Miami was known for having great music and musicians
And band, and drum
right.
players, right?
And the University of Miami was one of the best music schools, and a lot of people didn't know that. And so what happened is I was able to help them get that record label jump started.
What
when
made
they
you?
first started.
When you started your record label again? What made you feel more confident this time around?
Well, this time around, I had been in the music business from 1972 all the way up to 1978, and we had a couple of hit records that with the group that I was with. And when the records became hit records, what I did, at the same time, I learned the business. That's what happened.
I get it.
I really learned the business, and then I also learned that from 1978, the copyright laws changed, which earlier I didn't know anything about the laws. I knew about copywriting, but I didn't know actual laws that they had. So our music that I had fell up under the old copyrights law. So 1978, the new copyrights law came in. So when that came in, first of all, at that time, 1978, what we did, we changed, we got off that label. We asked for a release, we got a release.
Got it.
Yeah. But when we got that release, that's when I met my wife, Gwen, in 78.
Wow.
And 79, we decided we were gonna work and start a business. Well, she had a master's degree in business administration and a BS in accounting from the University of Miami. So I said, okay. I said, well, I know music, but I don't know how to hold on to no money. So she did. She knew how to hold on to money, and it helped me out a lot. And she the one put me in the business mode, because all I cared about was being a musician, And 1980, we established the business legally. 1979, we put the label together on the table, on the kitchen table.
Wow.
That's where we actually formatted the plans for the label. In 1979, we went legal with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what an amazing experience. So she would handle that aspect. So you guys did it together?
Yes.
By yourselves?
We had to do it. But we were able to accomplish a lot, because during that time, we had what we would call a little money. That's what it took. It took a little bit of money.
Money.
Yeah.
We know this.
So we were able to kind of move forward with what we were doing. And 1980, I ended up working with another group, which for what is funny about it, the other group was the same people I was in that first group with.
No way.
Yeah, not the Ink Spots, but I'm talking about the group that we had the record deal with.
Got it. Whoa.
And what we did, only thing we did was change the name of the group. We changed it from Raw Soul Express to Wisdom Band. Had the same members pretty much.
Got it.
Yeah, just changed the name. Then we came out with a song, and the song was called Freebase. All over your face. Set your mind on fire if that's your desire. Freebase.
Wow.
All over your face. So we end up doing that. And let me tell you something, that record went, boom, it exploded in 1980. So that was the second actual big hit that we got that sold a lot of records. And I stayed with that label, with that production and everything. It was the same record company that we had just got off of, but they decided they would help us out more than they did the first time.
Got it.
So we ended up dealing with them, and we did pretty good with the record that time, and the group did fabulous. We was touring and we was going everywhere.
Wow.
So later on, we said, wait a minute, let's put out something on our own label. So we decided to put out a song called After Loving You on our own label, and we changed the group name again in 1982 with the same members
Because
again.
you had to though, in order to, right? Or no?
No,
Not at this point then.
we didn't have to.
Why did you?
Because we wanted to have it in-house.
Got it.
We didn't want to have to be to another label. We wanted to have our own label pushing things and doing things.
Smart
and stuff.
move.
Yeah, so what we did then, when we created that, we came up with that song, After Loving You. We sold that song, not sell it, we licensed it over in Europe for $100,000.
Wow.
One song.
This is back then too.
Yeah, but that was back then.
Wow.
They don't do that now.
Interesting.
Yeah, they do it now too, but you gotta be connected. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we ended up doing that, and after we went pretty good, I mean, we toured, we got so popular, the group, Omari, which is named after my son.
Oh wow.
Yeah. When we got to the point of we were so popular we couldn't do all the work, we had to hire other bands to play shows in our place.
Wow.
Yeah. So that
Oh.
started us with a booking agency.
Huh.
Yeah. So we put together a booking agency and started booking shows.
Wow.
Yeah. And as we started booking shows, I mean, everything started just really exploding. And then I guess I said, well, hey, look, let's try to do something else. So what we did then was start promoting shows. Yeah, we promoted some big shows. We promoted Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the OJs, Lakeside. I mean.
So when you say promoting,
we put on a concert.
wow.
Yeah, we did the concert. We put it on. Yeah.
And you guys performed with them, or they were?
No, we didn't perform with
Performing?
them. No performing. We paid. We put up the.
So it was the show itself.
Yeah.
Like you put it up.
We put up the whole
Wow.
show. Yeah, we did all
Wow.
of that. Yeah.
You guys like ran everything.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Completely on your own, basically.
It was on our own. It wasn't no basically.
Wow.
It was on our own. We did it. We did everything, but we had a staff too. It wasn't
course.
like we had a staff that was actually doing, helping with the work and stuff. We had people that was in the music industry that knew what they were doing.
Huge.
But one thing that came about too during that time was that, well, okay, now let's go from 1982 to 1985. Now in 1985, that's when I won a Grammy, and I won that
That's
Grammy
insane.
by working with B.B. King.
Wow.
I was his drummer.
Wow.
Mhm. But what happened with that is that this is how this came about. Now, I don't know if I know some of the people out there know the group called the Shirelles, and I know that a lot of the people know Candace Staten. Well, the Shirelles songwriter, Luther Dixon, came to me, and also Candace Staten's manager came to me, and producer. And they came to me, and they came to my office. But in my office, we had a studio. We had everything. I mean, it was set
Oh my
up.
goodness.
It was really set up. And they came to me and they said, Will, they said, can we record something in your studio? So I said, yeah, man, y'all my friends, So we can charge if we wanted to or don't. If you're a friend of mine, yeah, I didn't care about that. You go on and back there and record what you want.
Got it.
Well, but the thing that was funny was that they came to me and they said, Will, we want to record, but we ain't got no money. I said, whoa, you ain't got no money. But I was just joking with them anyway. I said, you don't have any money. I said, well, go on back there anyway. So they went back. I didn't even follow them in the back to go see what they were recording or anything. I had so many other things I was doing. I didn't concentrate on what they were doing. So what I ended up doing was when they came out, they said, Will, we're gonna pay you. I said, you're gonna pay me? Okay, I'm ready. Pay me. They said, no, we can't pay you right now because we ain't got no money, but we will repay you. I said, okay. So what happened? 2 years later,
Wow.
they came back
Wow.
and they said, Will, we can't pay you.
What? They remembered.
Well, they were serious and they was truthful.
Yeah.
And they know I had did them a favor.
Wow.
And so they came back and they said, we will pay you. And I said, well, give me the money. They said, no, we can't pay you with no money. I said, well, what you gonna pay me with? They said, B.B. King's at this other studio waiting on you to come play drums for him.
Wow.
I said, what? I said, that's what I said.
You didn't believe it?
No, you don't believe. No. B.B. King was a superstar and a legend. Why in the world? Me? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I went anyway. But before I went now, this is very important for you young people. I belong to the Musicians Union. And what I did was made sure, and my wife, what she made sure was that all the paperwork was filled out properly before I went to the studio so that I would get the royalties, the studio rates for playing.
So important.
Yes, important.
So before you step with anyone that is pretty much different platform from you, or you want to make sure your rights are protected before, because you could just ran there by being so.
No, I could have
happy
ran.
with
I
it.
could have ran there and got $50.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're secure for the rest of your life because of that.
I was not secure for the rest of my life because of that, but because of a lot of stuff.
I understand. I understand.
But because of that, I was able to make in about 2 hours $3,000
That's insane.
Mhm.
That's how important that
at
is.
that time. And but what was really funny, the guy that owned the studio got upset because I had went through the union and turned the papers in before I went to the studio.
Wow.
And they were so used to some of the people coming in there not having their paperwork straight and paying them $50 to record something where they make $100,000 off of it, you know, but they couldn't do that to me. Plus, my name had to be on the project, and I had to be getting performance royalties every time that album sold. See? So, yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah. So
It's longevity money, guys. It's important.
So I got performance royalties and everything, and as long as that album was selling, I got my royalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who taught you about that aspect of it?
Well, you know, as you go through the music industry, learning different things, you got to read and you got to learn, you know, and you got to be around people. A lot of people in the industry won't share knowledge with you.
Yes, I know.
So you have to pick up on things yourself in most cases. But when you learn, you got to hold it. You got to remember it. You got to learn how to apply it. See, and then when you get these books and you read about how to do this, how to do that, or whatever you're doing, the trick to that is you can learn it out of a book, but you got to apply it.
Yes, you do.
Because learning it out of a book don't always be the way it is when you deal with it in reality. You know, it's just like the Bible. You can read the Bible, but if you don't apply it, then it's no good. It's just another book.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, it's just another book you read. So, but anyway, we went on and we transitioned and we kept working with different groups, and we had some very popular gospel groups that we had at that time.
Wow.
And but then we got so heavy into promotions and everything till it was like, okay, what we gonna do next? So what we decided to do next, we got into building all different kind of projects and everything for the youth and stuff like that. Doing a lot of things for the youth. And in 1995, well, 1994, but 1995 was when it happened. But 1994, we knew that the Super Bowl was coming to Miami in 1995. So they had a situation where, you know, they always promise you, well, we're gonna give black people 10% of, you know, of the business. Well, Gwen and I, we never been the kind to sit on our butts and holler about, give me 10%. No, you don't give me no 10%. So what we did, even though we went to that meeting, we left the meeting and we went to New York on our own to Park Avenue and talk with Pete Rozelle and Art Shell.
Huh.
You know who Pete Rozelle is?
I've heard of.
Pete Rozelle was the commissioner of the NFL.
Wow, that's insane.
And Art Shell was the player representative.
Wow.
Yeah. So we went there. But before I could go there, I had to deal with some people that I knew in Radio City Music Hall, because I used to play there.
What?
Yeah. So by me playing at Radio City Music Hall,
that's huge, yeah.
by me playing at Radio City Music Hall, a lot of the people that was in charge of different things, they didn't mind speaking for me to Pete Rozelle.
Wow.
Or speaking for the company. See, we had that. You have to have that kind of support, unless you
Absolutely.
want 10%.
Right. Absolutely. It's like you're showing your worth, and then others can vouch for you. And it's
right.
huge to have
Yeah.
that network, though,
Yeah.
that relationship with others.
So I had that. We had that kind of relationship, Bill, and we ended up doing the entertainment for the 1995 Super Bowl.
That's amazing.
We ended up being involved with that.
Never been to a Super Bowl, guys. Always wanted to.
No?
No.
Oh.
It's thousands of dollars to get in.
Well, another thing that I was able to do, which was very, very good. We ended up doing a lot of work for Motown.
Whoa.
Yeah, we did. We ended up doing a lot of work for Motown. We promoted a lot of their shows. You know.
Motown.
Yeah, we was great. I mean, we did things with them.
Wow.
I went on the road with Smokey, and I'll tell you about something that's happening with Smokey right now, but I won't tell you till we get to that point.
Okay.
We're not to 2020 yet.
Okay.
Okay. We working our way that way.
All right.
So
wow.
So anyway, you know, we kept doing what we was doing and working on things that we, you know, wanted to work on. But then my wife's father in 2000, I think it was 2005, he got sick and she wanted to come up here. And so I stayed in Miami, but she wanted to come up here. And she came up here to be with him, you know, because he was dying. He had bone cancer.
Sorry, yeah.
So she came up here with him. And eventually I came up here in 2005, but then when I came up here in 2005, I said, well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the label. That's when we established the other label. We had one label that we established from 1980,
Whoa.
but in 2005, we established the other one. And that other label is a secular label. And what we did, we transitioned to the point of where my wife, she runs all the gospel through EGI Records. And my son and I, we run all the secular, blues, pop, jazz, reggae,
Wow.
whatever it is, through IMG Records, okay? And that's how we do it, and that's what we still doing today.
Still today. In Orlando.
And she's still doing, you know, she's still running the gospel label too.
Wow.
Yeah. So we end up doing that, and I mean, it's just been a heck of a transition. You know, we've been moving forward. I've been blessed a lot. I have received numerous awards.
I know you just got one recently, right?
Yeah, I just got the what? Not living legend? Yeah. What did I say? What?
Lifetime
Achievement Award.
He got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, I just got that
That's amazing.
from Independent Music Award.
Wow.
Yeah, for independent artists. So somebody is recognizing me for doing something.
That's such an
You know?
honor.
Yeah, so I just got that. Matter of fact, last night, Saturday night.
You just got it.
Yeah. So I picked that up Saturday night, and it was a surprise. I didn't expect it.
Wow.
But the other thing that I want to talk about when we go back talking about the youth, I produced a song. Do you remember the song that Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones and all of them did about We Are the World?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, in Miami, I did a song, and I produced a song similar to that. I had 125 kids, and we produced a song called We Care.
Oh, wow.
And we sold all the money and everything that we raised went to feeding the kids. You remember when the people in Ethiopia were starving?
Yeah, I do remember
It
the
went to
times.
feeding them.
Wow.
That's where the money went. I got a gold record for that.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, and it was just something that was tremendous.
Oof.
And then another thing, I hate to keep going back instead of going forward,
But I
done
understand
did so
it's
much.
history, I know.
Yeah, one of my dear friends, Betty Wright, she just passed Sunday.
Oh, sorry to hear
Sunday.
that.
Yeah, last Sunday. And you remember well, I don't know if you remember the record Cleanup Woman, but
Not sure.
a lot of those No Pain No Gain. She was a very famous R&B
Oh,
artist.
wow. Okay, look at that.
And she passed last Sunday, And what happened when the reason I brought her up is because we were her touring band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we toured behind her for 2 years, and I mean that was an experience within itself too, to be able to go out and tour. And we had the Jackson 5 tour bus. That was a trip.
Oh my
That's the bus-
goodness, I'm just so blown away.
That's the bus that we were touring on. But we've been doing a lot of different things, and so we just been in the music business, grinding, doing what we got to do. My son, he's constantly doing videos and doing his music thing. What happened too also that we do a summer camp called So You Want to Name and Likes, and what we do with that. When we first started before we went into the summer camp, we used to just do a show called So You Want to Name and Likes, and what we would do with that, we would do a showcase, and the kids that won, we would put out a single CD on them.
Whoa.
Yeah, with one song CD, and we would promote them for a year.
That's a big deal.
And mentor them for a year about the music business.
That's a big deal.
And we gave them a chance, if they wanted to, they can work with us with the label, or
Wow.
if they want a music career, or we can help them to find out what else they want. But then my wife decided, her and I, we were talking, and we said, well, you know what we're gonna do? Let's stop doing this, once a year, and let's do a summer camp for the kids. So we started a summer camp. The first one that we had was last year.
Wow, first time.
The first time we had it, and we ended up having that to the point of where it was so impressive to the county government and everything, till we got a grant to have it for 3 more years.
You gotta tell us about this so we can shoot this out to the public and
Yeah.
let the kids know that, because
Yeah.
they need to be surrounded by this in order to grow.
But what we do, we use music as a carol, okay? And we use music as a carol, but we give them health and wellness. We give them financial literacy.
Wow.
We do robotics.
Wow.
Yeah, and we do. We teach them about gardening. We teach them about how to live if you don't want to be a musician. And we teach them also that there are more jobs in the music industry than just being up on stage.
That's right.
So we teach them that, and we teach them about everything about the music business, the copyrights, the publishing.
This is so important.
We teach them a lot of different avenues about how to be successful in it.
And this is huge. There's a lot of independents we work with. We're independent ourselves, so we know what it takes to
It takes sacrifice.
copyrights and how to be secure.
Yeah.
And a lot of young people out there don't know how to go about it still, and they're afraid because they can't trust.
Well, they end up. What happened is they end up not trusting people because they end up dealing with people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what caused it to happen.
Yeah, and they're starving
Yeah.
for that, though, someone to know the game. They're starving to look for that. You know, there's a lot of false.
Yeah, but see what
pretenses
happens,
sometimes.
they run in so many people that are in the game that are not
Running the game more.
truthful.
That's the problem.
So it scares, they don't know who's the right person
Yeah.
to deal with.
In most
So-
cases, it's mostly
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Same.
So it scares them off. And then when someone who really know
Yes.
what's happening, try to help them, they're afraid, they get scared. And then another big thing that is not good, a lot of them think they already know.
Yeah.
And that's what's bad too.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I tell people every day that if you've never done this, you don't know.
Right.
You could think you do.
Right.
But if you've never done it.
It's so
Yeah.
important to learn the logistics of it.
Yeah.
Gotta know the logistics of it
Yeah.
to be successful. Or you'll be in standstill. It'll just
That's
be the
right.
same repetitive
That's
thing
right.
over and over. And that's why I had to bring you here for this interview, because I want so many others to know. Look at the hard work it took. Look how many years, but look how you developed yourself. Independent. That's impressive.
But what you gotta do, you gotta remember sacrifice. See,
What takes sacrifice?
a lot of people don't want to sacrifice. In the industry, it takes a lot of sacrifice. Let me tell you something. Can you imagine how, if you search, you do the research, and you check out all the major artists, not the artists these days, because a lot of times somebody already have $1 million and give it to them. But if you check out the artists that came up in my era, most of us,
Okay.
we slept in cars at times in the winter. If you talk to a lot of the major artists, you'll find out, hey, look, it wasn't no easy road, but you had to make a choice. Do you want to sacrifice to be in the music industry, or do you want a 40-hour week job working for somebody else?
That's what I couldn't do. That's how I knew it was me to be independent.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
just couldn't work for the next one, developing them even stronger. But I'm like, I can just do this myself.
Well, what you're doing, you making them money.
Yes, you are.
And you getting paid, sure.
Yes, you are.
But you making them money. So I would rather make my own $1 million than to make you $1 million and you give me 40,000.
Yeah. And you're free.
Yeah.
You're free to create.
You're
When you
free.
have your own.
You're free to create. You're free to make a move. You're free to help somebody.
Oh, that's it.
You know,
That's huge. Yeah.
being able to help somebody else. And when you're able to help somebody else, then it changes. It changes your whole life. Your life be so free when you know that you can help other people too. And so it's like, man. So a lot of times I don't even believe what's happening to me.
Wow,
Really.
that's amazing.
I mean, it seems like it's a dream.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I'm like, my son and my wife, it's like, wow, you know what? Out of all the years that you put behind you, all the things that you've done, you finally see the gratification of all of that.
Wow.
And even though it seemed like a lot of years, but I don't want to tell you that I didn't enjoy that ride, because I did. I enjoyed that ride, but I had situations where, all the ride, listen, some of the ride was like riding a bucking horse. It was
I
rough.
believe it. I believe it. Absolutely.
It was rough. But I did not give up. I kept going. I kept praying. And I got a saying that I always say too: keep praying, keep the faith, and keep going. That's a saying that I always say.
Wow.
And I've been so blessed with it, and I got a chance to work with some of the biggest people in the industry. And let me tell you what's happening right now with Smokey. Smokey, they're doing a cartoon on him.
Are they?
A friend of mine that actually doing the cartoon, that's what he do. They doing that. So that's what they're doing on him now.
That's a big deal. The younger generation is going to know who he is.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So they're doing a cartoon for him.
Shout out to Smokey Robinson. I hope he's gonna watch this here.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably gonna watch it. He gotta be.
Cool.
Matter of fact, he's very influential on making it happen the way it needs to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then like I said, I ran across so many artists that it was just like, whoa, I don't believe I'm meeting
Isn't
these
that
people.
amazing?
Like Barry White and all those people doing the different, years, and you meet all these people and you be like, is that him?
Wow.
Is that real?
I can imagine.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my ride. I'm enjoying my ride now even more. I'm enjoying even more.
How does it feel looking back at your life itself? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel successful? I know I could tell you I was successful. But how do you feel personally? Like, I know it's like a dream, you see things like, wow, but looking through your whole life, itself.
I feel successful because now I'm able to help people.
That's why.
Yeah.
Wow. From everything you've accomplished.
I don't look at what the hardships that I had, but now that I'm able to help somebody.
Wow.
And help the youth. See, helping the youth is my thing, I want the youth to learn the business,
Wow.
to understand the business. When I came up in the industry, if you were not Jewish or Italian, you was just a pawn. Because those were the people who ran the business.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So they didn't teach you nothing about how to make the money other than go out there and play.
Yeah.
And I'll pay you a check.
They didn't want to give it away.
They didn't give you the knowledge
Yeah.
that you needed. You had to go out there and get it yourself. And then what we ended up having too, we had a lot of gatekeepers, black gatekeepers.
What does that mean?
That means that's somebody that keep you from moving forward, and they just they're supposed to be helping you,
Wow.
but they don't help you. They put themselves in position there. Oh, I'm doing it, and you can't get here.
Yeah.
No, you stepping on my toes if you get in here.
That's pretty much how the game is, period.
Instead of realizing that, hey man, you help me, that means both of us get up further.
That's it.
But that's the way it was, and sometimes that's still the way it is. But it's just the fact that now I don't have that problem. I have situations where I deal with people who done won Grammys. I got people. I'm talking about even now. It's even better because I guess it's because of the time and longevity that I've been in it. That people that I deal with now, they have Grammys. They done won. It's all about relationships.
Right.
I done built so many relationships over the years.
Wow.
Till it's like, okay, wow, I don't believe this happening, and then I'm teaching young artists how the industry really works,
Yes.
not the illusion
Right.
of how they think it works, And so that's very, very important.
That's what we're here. We met Mr. Will. He asked us to come to a meeting, and we took advantage of that. We went right to Mr. Will. I was early. I showed up. We were on time.
Yeah.
And look where we're at right now, the experience. I appreciate
Yeah.
you even willing to want to meet up with independents like ourselves, and teach us this. It's amazing. I think you're an icon. And
Yeah, well,
I have to
thank
consider
you.
you.
What happened is that, God uses, listen to this, God uses bad people sometimes to put you in place to meet good people.
I already know. Give me beats here. I already know.
Okay? All right.
Yep.
So,
And I'm wise enough to being able to see that.
yeah,
I came with wisdom from faith.
yeah.
So I'm able to
Yeah.
pick that up. But
Well, what happened when you met me and when you and Prince met me, it was because of another individual that we no longer deal with.
right.
See, and that was because ulterior motives was with that person.
Correct.
But we were straight.
Yes.
we wasn't trying to hustle each other.
No.
They came up straight and told me exactly what they was trying to do, and they believed in that person.
Yeah.
I did too. But time changes things.
Yeah.
As you begin to deal with certain people, you find out, hey, wait a minute, I don't need to deal with these people. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
It reveals itself when you start seeing.
Yeah,
But don't
see.
disconnect from others that are working with them because they may be innocent.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful
Yeah.
that I just kept going. Because if you
Yeah.
have a pure mind and you keep working, nothing will harm it. It won't be
Right.
tainted. You'll still be you. You'll still be there. You'll still be connected.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a blessing. I have no regrets. I've learned that though.
Yeah.
I've learned that
Well-
everybody's meant to be in your life forever. Seasonal.
Well, I learned something about you.
Oh, tell me.
And what I learned about you, that you're very aggressive, but you're truthful and you're loyal.
Whoa.
And the most important thing in the industry of entertainment is being able to find people that will tell you the truth and be loyal. Now, the other thing that I learned about you, you are willing to go out there and grab whatever you can.
Wow.
If you can't do that, you won't make it.
No.
You got to be able to grab everything that you reach at. You might not get,
Correct.
but if you keep reaching, you're gonna grab something.
Yes, you will.
Yeah,
That's why
Yeah.
fear won't stop me.
yeah,
I've learned that.
yeah.
But I did surround myself with great individuals that helped me become stronger and have the knowledge.
Yeah.
It taught me more about actually faith to become wiser, just in life itself.
You have to do that. I have been, I would say, should I say fortunate enough? No. And the reason I say that, because nobody taught me nothing. I had to learn all this stuff. Nobody really taught me. But I'm willing to share what I've learned now.
Yes. Now.
But nobody taught me nothing, Mimi. I had to learn all this stuff on my
That's how
own.
I feel.
Everything that you hear me talk about, I had to learn that on my own.
I can imagine. Because
I'm
there's
talking about-
so much that goes on in this industry. How can you possibly know on your own? That's just by watching, surrounding yourself by others. They're not gonna probably tell you, but you have to sit there and just get
You
the,
got to be
Yeah.
able to discern. The main thing is discerning what people that you want to deal with.
Right.
You got to be able to discern quick.
Yes.
You can't wait a whole year to figure out if you got a jackass with.
No, you'll be burned by that. Yeah, this is real.
Yeah. You know, I mean, excuse
So
me,
it's real.
but.
That's absolutely
But
right.
you can't wait a whole year to figure out, well, do I need to deal with it? No. Look, next week I'll know whether I need to deal with you or not. You know, if I need to deal with you in a week's time, I'll know. And if it take me a week to figure it out and another week to make sure, I'm willing to go.
That's so me, yeah.
I'm willing to go.
I'm willing to as well.
Yeah, I'm willing to go 2 weeks
Yeah.
to see if I'm making the right decision.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I waited as
You
long
know.
as I could. And
Yeah. So it's all about people being honest. It's one thing that you will find out about me, Mimi. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I won't steal from you. That's two things I don't do, and I think that's why I'm still here.
Yes. That is why.
Yeah. You know,
Absolutely.
those two things I won't do,
And
and
you guys listen to that.
and I would not lie to the youth about how this thing works. And a lot of them, oh man, you from the old school. No, listen, let me tell you one thing about the old school. The people my age are the one who run the industry.
Huh.
You young people are the one think you run it.
Yes.
But we're the one control things.
Yes.
You can't do nothing
Nope.
unless we okay it. Do you think those 21-year-olds that out there doing music, do you actually think they control the industry or they control their labels that they own?
I don't even think they control some of their agreements. I think they have a team.
They
Yeah.
don't control the agreements because most of them don't even understand
No.
what they're signing. The
They
attorneys understand
That's
it. But that's why a lot of times 4 or 5 years later they don't have no money and the
Right.
attorney have it all.
That's it. That's usually how it is.
Yeah.
But I want
Or
others
the manager.
to understand that you can find great people in the industry, and that's why I surround myself with greatness, because greatness, I feel, is accomplishing a goal, you know, working at it hard, but being loyal, being honest about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel is greatness. And I make sure I surround myself with that, because there are people like that in the industry, guys. You just gotta find them.
It's a lot of people in the industry like that, but you know what? You draw those kind of people by
That's it.
how you are.
Say it again, Mr. Will. Yes. It's an attraction.
Yeah.
It attracts.
Yeah.
If you're full of baloney, they will be.
Then and you ain't gonna get no ham.
No. I want to say something else, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I know. Right.
But it's real.
Yeah.
If you are faking the funk, then you're going to find a lot of those others with you. And it's a horrible road to be a part of. It's horrible.
But you know what? Those people can't stand.
They won't be. They can't stand. They will not stay there
They
long.
right.
Oh my goodness.
But they can't stay. See, if you dealing with people who are full of horse manure, then you bring an elephant and let him crap.
They remove themselves from your life.
Yeah.
So sometimes you turn around and they're gone. And you wonder what happened. It happens to me.
Well-
My heart was broken.
well-
What did I do?
Listen, you don't let your heart be broken, because you got to remember something. Everybody you start with, you don't end up with.
Yeah. And the one older than I am in the game have put that
Yeah.
to my attention.
Yeah. You gotta learn that.
Yes, I got it stronger, guys.
I mean, yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. So you have to be knowing that, you know, just because I started with you don't mean we're gonna end up
Yeah,
together.
it's not me. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a marriage.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's not. I've been married 40 years. So,
Amen.
so it's not like that. But being married 40 years in the music industry is not easy.
Wow, I cannot imagine the traveling, how many multiple people you guys speak with. That's a lot of dedication, trust, loyalty, all of that.
Yeah, but not only that, you don't see your family.
Huh? At all, huh?
You see them, but you don't see them on a consistent basis.
Wow.
Sometimes, I remember when we used to go on the road and we'd go out for 90 days in a row. Come home for only 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Then go back out for 90 more days.
That must be hard.
It's that the family part is hard,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
but the road part is pretty much
Oh man.
you know.
That
yeah.
takes a strong family though. To stick
Yeah, but-
together, stick together.
Well, it take a strong family to be there when you come home.
Yes.
Because I know some truck drivers, they go and drive their truck one week, and when they come back home, their wife gone. Yeah.
That's it. It takes a strong family to understand what you're doing.
But it's hard for them to understand it if they're not in
That's
it.
the problem. That's the
So
problem.
a lot of times, you can't marry a nurse
That's real.
and you a drummer. Why? Because she gonna want you home.
Yes.
The point about being home as in a professional musician is not gonna happen. You're gonna get a
It's not.
call to go out here, man, I'm going out for 3 days. I'm going out for a week. I'm going out for 2 weeks. I'm going out for 4 days. I'm going out for 6 months. You go overseas. I'm going overseas. I'm 3,000 miles from you.
Yes.
You know, I'm 3,000 miles from you, and we're gonna be touring for a whole month. What is she doing? So your mind got to be strong.
Yes, it
Because you
does.
got to be like, what is she doing? Is she doing what I'm doing? You understand what I'm saying? So when you start thinking that way, it can screw
Yes, it
things
will.
up.
Yes.
Because you can come home then, now you're mad about nothing
Yeah.
that you don't even know about. And she mad about nothing she don't know about. Because you could have been on tour and every day you could have been going back to the apartment, going to sleep, resting. She could have been home every day cooking. But if your mind start wondering, oh man, what's she doing? Or what he doing? Oh boy, it ain't gonna work.
They could destroy you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. So it's the music industry is fun. It's entertaining and it's hard. And it's political as a jackrabbit.
Interesting.
It's very political.
We were discussing about that when it comes to the bill charts and all that. We kind of already know how that works. It's not, and we know it's numbers, but we also know that it's they have control, and they can make you the number one artist if they want to. It's not about all the time the people, and about the votes, and about, you know. So we know they have control in that. That's why it's kind of hard for us to, if you win an award or not, it's an honor. But when you get to those high awards, it's political. It's numbers. They have the control. So it breaks people's hearts because they probably earned it and didn't get it. You know, to where they at. And we were speaking about Tekashi 9. He's just got out of prison right now. He was just speaking about those Billboard charts, and he put a lot of insight in it. He's a little bit, but he gave us a lot of insight about that. It's like, it's still going on. They have even more control now than they did before. So what do we do about that? Just nothing you can do. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, it's things you can do. But what?
You have to have a strong team to really
you got to have
secure you for that.
It's one thing that you do. You can move that table, right?
Yes.
By yourself.
Yes.
But if all four of us go at this table, it'd be easier, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay. You got my drill?
So we gotta team up, guys.
Yeah.
We gotta
So what you do,
you know?
you get a good strong team, and you break the door down yourself. You don't worry about see, people are open the door if you're knocking hard enough. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I knock.
If you're knocking hard enough, they will open the door.
Wow. Well, peace on the streets. We hear that.
Oh yeah. Peace on the streets is everywhere, and you're doing something that's phenomenal. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. You know.
Thank you.
So you have a team, and then you got to understand something. People watching you.
Yeah, they are.
People watching you. I've been watching you.
Wow.
So you think I want to be a part of some junk?
That's what I told a production Alexis in the back. That's what I told her. I said, Mr. Will not be here if he didn't see our quality.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
Look, I watch everything you'll be doing.
Wow, thank you.
Now, from the first day that I came over there to the station, that time I came that night, I sat back. You saw me.
Yes, I did.
I just sat back
Yes, you did.
and looked. I did not say anything. I just sat back and observed. But on the same token, I've been paying attention, and I've been seeing how consistent you are. That's very important too. Being consistent, doing what you're doing, without, 2 months from now I'll do it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
not next week. I'm gonna wait 2 months. That don't work.
I can't work with me. I have too many people that are depending on us. They really rely on us. They really feel that the platform is really going to take them to grow on their own just as much.
Well, the platform that you have can help a lot of people grow.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I know that.
But you're not Moses.
That's so real.
Okay? So you can't help everybody.
I know it. I'm getting.
Because what'll happen is it'll burn you out.
Yes.
Because you're gonna run across some people that don't want help.
Yep.
And you're gonna run across some people you can't help.
Right.
So if you try to help everybody without discerning them first, you're gonna burn yourself out.
Yes. I feel like he's like telling me a testimony because I went through that, and I realized too, some are just here to use you.
Yeah.
And I was just giving it, you know, and then I started pulling back and started seeing like.
You know, in my.
And then they get upset with you, and then they want to be your friend. Then they cut you off.
Well, when they don't need you no more, they cut you off.
They started cutting me off when they started realizing that I just wasn't doing it like I was, and they would get upset, and I can't help everybody.
Let me tell you something. you can't do this without paying rent.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And that's what they can't
So
understand.
don't pay your rent and see what happens.
Yeah, you're no longer valid, and everybody's
Without
valid.
having them, they're not if that.
Thank you.
Look, if they're not gonna help you pay your rent. I'm not saying that you gotta charge them $100,000
Right.
or $50,000 or even $10,000 or even $20.
Thank you.
Look, buy me gas.
Yeah.
Do something.
The investment. It's an investment.
Yeah,
You
do
invest in your
something.
friend and they invest in you.
Right.
You don't have to have all this money, but even if it comes with partnering up or barter, but money helps this.
But if you partner up with somebody
They have to have.
that have a little bit of money,
They have to have that value.
when artists come to me, the first thing I say to them, do you have a budget?
Mm.
And what that does, that separates the wheat from the chaff
Oh.
at the beginning. Because
Mm.
if they serious, they'll say, how much?
Mm.
But if they don't say how much, they'll say,
Goodbye.
Can I have a payment plan?
Okay.
Can you give me a payment plan? I can't pay all the money that you're asking, but I can pay this much a month or this much a week.
Beautiful.
But then the catch is, if you stop paying, you lose all that now.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you stop paying, you lose that. You're not gonna get no money back. Don't come asking for no
Right.
refund.
Right.
Cause you stopped.
Right.
I didn't.
And you was already in motion.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You stopped. I didn't stop.
Right. You see, guys, I'm hoping that others understand that you have to grow, and you do need finances to grow. There's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to, and you work on your passion hard to develop yourself in that nature. Don't you want to keep it going? Don't you want this to be a job for yourself? It's a beautiful thing, but that is what we worry about. Being used, being taken advantage of. Nobody wants to give you anything or even pay for your value at all.
Well, it's hard to get paid for your value when they don't see you doing anything.
That's it.
So, because of what you're doing, they see that it's worth something. You understand what I'm saying? You're able to put a person in a position where they can elevate their level, even if it's elevated 2 more feet. It's farther than they was.
Wow.
But they can't come to you with the handout. Look, give me something. Give me something. I mean, let me tell you something. It's no way that an artist, well, I shouldn't say that because it is, that an artist's gonna come to me and say, here, Will, here, $50,000.
Wow.
You know, they gonna come to me, well, I ain't got but $100. But it's up to me to make the decision. But I say, okay, I tell you what. If I see something in them, then I say, can you give me $100 a month or $100 a week or something? We'll work this out.
Well.
We'll make this happen. But I say one thing about it now. Don't think because you gave me $100 that next week you're gonna be a star. Cause it don't happen like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you're not gonna be a star. So you know what the doctors say? The doctors say you're a patient, right? So that's what it means. Because you go into the doctor's office and he tell you your appointment at 1 o'clock and they see you at 3. So you had to be patient.
Yes. That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
They expect, if they go
Yeah.
on radio, they're expecting to be like right instantly like.
No, it don't work.
Yeah, it does not.
It don't work that way. You know. So if you put, it's like people come and they say, well, I gave you $400. Wait a minute, $400. Do you know that to build you as an artist, you need $250,000?
Wow, it's like that.
What the hell did you think $400 gonna do?
Wow.
So my connections are worth $1 million
Mm.
or more. So if my network is worth $1 million or more, $400 ain't doing nothing.
Nothing.
You know, that's not doing nothing. Just the idea of you thinking $400 gonna make you a star next week.
That's it.
Now wait a minute. I got you $400. Now you want to kill me because you didn't become a star next week.
Yeah. Wow.
So what I do, I'd rather not even deal with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd rather not. How much money you got? Oh man, I got $1,000. Man, keep that, cause you ain't gonna be no more trouble. Once you spend that $1,000, you ain't got no more money. You ain't gonna be nothing but trouble.
That's a lot of insight right there.
You know,
Huh.
and you're gonna cause me trouble because I'm from the old school. I'm gonna do just like they do. You know, I ain't gonna let you hurt me or hurt my family.
Yep, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you just gave me a lot of insight in that.
Yeah.
I want to start working things a little differently. Interesting, Mr. Will. So right now in your life itself, you're doing summer camp for the children.
Yeah.
How can we find that? You know, are you able to release this? Is it out there yet?
It would start, well, you know, because of this coronavirus,
Yeah.
everything had to be set back, but we are planning on opening up the 29th of June,
Okay.
okay?
In Orlando here.
In Orlando here, but I will let you know the location and everything, so.
Please do.
Yeah, I would
We have
definitely
some
do
junior
that.
broadcasters, their
Yeah.
children that would love this experience. I was so bringing it to you, Mr. Will. I trust you.
And not only that, I take them on field trips to different studios like Full Sail.
Wow.
I take them there.
Shut the full sale.
Yeah. Mhm. I take them to Full Sail.
Wow.
I take them to Valencia College. I take them to the wellness place down. I mean what is that downtown? The library.
The library, yeah, the Orange County Public Library.
Yeah, where they got all the studios and all
Yes,
that
it's
stuff.
inside. Yeah, if you guys ever check that out,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I take them down there.
Great quality equipment in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and they got a good engineer there
Wow.
that teaches you.
Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so important.
Yeah, and I take them there, and I take them to the science planet, you know, the science
As a
center.
planetarium or the science
Well,
center?
the science center on what is it, Winter Park or something?
I think so. Ah, yes, the science center.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we take them on different field trips, you know, and do different things. And what we do, and we have showcases, you know,
that's
where they
amazing.
can, and we have them to put together a song, and we put the song out, you know, but we teach them one thing, that when you write that song, I don't care if it's 20 people that wrote that song or wrote a piece of that song, all of you are gonna be on no copyright.
That's it.
Every one of you. Every one of you that wrote that song will be on the copyright.
That's it.
We're not gonna take any music from you. We're gonna make sure that you get the credits that you need. Not only that, we're gonna also have you sign up with a PRO, which means Performing Rights Organization.
Whoa.
Like BMI,
Yes.
or ASCAP.
This is huge,
We're gonna
yeah.
actually make sure that happen for you.
Oh.
You know, I don't care if you're 10 years old and you wrote some of that song, we're gonna do that for you. And you can pursue it in your career if you want. It's up to you, but we will at least guide you in that direction.
That's a beautiful thing. How old? They're kids.
12 to 17.
12 to 17. Got it. We're going to reach out to the public about that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm so happy to hear this. That you're doing that. Mr. Will, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being with us.
I enjoyed it.
How can others look at your work? Do you have a website or?
Yes, I have a website, and the website is imgrecords.net. You can go there. You can find out pretty much any information you want about the label. Also, if you want to really contact me, we have a contact page on there where you can contact me and we'll answer it. I usually don't give out my phone number because so many people will call, but I'm going to give out my phone number today. My phone number is I'm thinking about another
I remember that.
But 321-662-9039.
Ooh, guys, you want me to take that number down?
321-662-9039.
Now, if you call Mr. Will, make sure you say you're referred by Peace on the Streets so we can get an understanding where it came from.
Well, the thing is, like you say, I'm glad you said that, because if they call me and their name don't show up,
He won't pick it up.
I will not
I
answer.
already know.
I will not answer that call. So my advice is you text me and tell me that you were in conjunction with Peace on the Street, and that way I'll call you back.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
Other
Mr.
than
Will.
that, you will not be called.
And he won't. Trust me, I have it in the process. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Explaining the logistics of the game.
Yeah,
Being
thank
so
you.
humble and just tell us your history. I've watched you like you watched me, and I've read your work, and I just think you're an icon. And it's amazing, and it's teaching us, giving us so much insight, and that's important for
Thank you.
Peace on the Streets. We want to teach people and help them grow. So, Mr. Will Covington is the bomb. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome, and anytime.
Thank you guys. Check out Mr. Will. Peace on the Streets. Ciao.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Peace on the Streets radio show with your host, Prince of the Sun, and your girl, Mimi.
This is a heavy production.
Late night, feet up, ride round, still up, Peace on the Streets. You gotta listen to Peace on the Street. Kicking it with Prince of the South, and your girl Mimi. When they make it look way too easy. Peace on the Streets. You gotta listen to Peace on the Streets. So you gotta tune in. Wednesday night, 9 to 11. Get with the movement. Promise you, and I regret it. With no hesitation. Yeah, grab your guy, grab your lady. Just turn to the station. WOKB 1680 AM. Peace on the Streets. You gotta listen to Peace on the Streets. Peace on the Streets. You gotta listen to Peace on the Streets.